what you should do. Okay, we know the right thing, yes? Agreed? We've said so? There are 4 choices about what you should do in this unsafe thing that's developing. A, B, C, or D. You've got 4 choices about what you should do. Now what I'd like you to do on the table, once I put the scenario up, could you have a good discussion and try as best as you can to come to a consensus about whether it's A, or B, or C, or D. You can only choose one, the best way to go forward in this unsafe scenario. Is that quite clear? Okay. Now, I might have to read this out for you. You can't see it. I'll have to read it out. So there's one there and there's one there. You and 4 mates are having a Friday night out. Each week, one of you takes a turn not to drink, so she can drive the car and drop people off at their homes about 2 miles away. Lazy bastards, lazy people didn't walk. Okay. Unfortunately, the driver is completely drunk. So the guy who was designated to stay reasonably sober to drive has broken the procedure. He's got drunk. Okay. As is everyone else. Okay. He insists that he is okay to drive. No, I'm absolutely fine. Okay. You've tried to convince the others to get a taxi, but they don't agree. Hey guys, we should get taxis. They're not agreeing. It will take about 40 minutes to get a taxi. I think it's about 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Okay, take 40 minutes. Should you, A, make an excuse so you can stay behind and get a taxi? If they want to go, fine, but I'm staying to get a taxi. B, be loyal to your mates. Loyalty is a good quality, yes, and go with them in the car. C, take away the car keys and arrange for taxis. D, get the driver 6 cups of coffee, wait an hour or so, and you'll be okay. Okay, I'll read the choices again, so get cracking now. You've got about 3 or 4 minutes. That table over there, what did you have? A. C. Take away the keys. The table right at the very back. C. 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 Take away the keys. Sorry? D. E. E. Well, what's E? Make sure you stop him drinking in the first place. How do you do that? I'm 6'4", 220 pounds. You're going to stop me drinking? Listen, Jimmy, I'm from Glasgow, you know. E's not there, but there are hidden things behind here which you guys will come up with. I'll stay away from that mic. Right. Do we know the right thing? Take away the keys. Do you agree? Absolutely. How many of you have ever taken away keys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We know. Okay? So no doubt about it. We know the right thing to do. This is a domestic situation. Same human beings involved. Take away the keys. Let's make it a bit more difficult. He insists he is okay to drive. No, I'm perfectly fine. Here's the keys. I've got them. I'm perfectly fine. Go away, he says in drunken language. Now what you're going to do?
Knock him out.
Knock him out. That's called assault. You could injure him when he falls down and hits his head on the floor and he dies. So, say again?
Let his tires down.
Let his tires down. Let's think about this. Do you guys have a thing called risk assessment? Hold a sec. Let's come back to the tires. It sounds sensible. If a bus is stuck under a bridge, what do? You load down the tires to get the bus out from under the bridge. But hey, if you let down the tires, what's going to happen in this case? The guy's going to get in there and drive off. This is maybe going to make it worse. Say again? Make an excuse. Hey, dozy person, if you want to drive home, do it. I'm staying here. Is that what you're saying? Make an excuse and stay.
No, not make an excuse. Make an excuse for everyone to stay included.
Yeah, you've done that, and they say, no, we're driving. Let's deal with A and get it out the way. Ace, if these guys are absolutely insistent, you've tried all your persuasive powers, appealing to their good nature. They tell you to get lost. We are driving home. It's only 2 miles. Okay, if you want to do it, go, and I'll stay. Good idea? What happens tomorrow morning when you wake up and they're dead and you're alive? So not a good, A is not good. Okay. Are you loyal people? Are you loyal to the people you work with? Are you loyal to your company? So you're going to go with them then in the car? No. But where does loyalty come then? Do you see the conflict? See the play on words? You're not a team player. You're not loyal. You're not joining in. So all that pressure coming out, but hey, there's no point being loyal and dead, is there? So no, so B's out. Take away the car keys and arrange for the taxis. I've got the car keys. I'm not giving them to you because I'm perfectly sane and that's it. Now what?
The old Bill would nick you for having the keys.
Say again?
I said the old Bill would nick you for having the keys.
The old Bill? Oh, so you're going to report them to the police then?
No, they always turn up though, don't they?
Oh, they're going to turn up. One of the drilling guys in a workshop said, look, give him 3 more beers, he'll fall asleep, then we'll take the keys. Okay, that's a possibility. Okay. What's the problem here about what's going on? I've got the keys. We know the right thing to do. What are we struggling with? We're struggling to do the right thing, but someone doesn't want to do it. And it's getting a bit dodgy. Yeah, this guy's a big guy. When he gets drunk, he's a bit sort of aggressive. What's at the back of our mind here, trying to get these keys?
He's not really a mate.
Not in these circumstances, is he? But you know, when people get under the weather, things happen. This guy might hit you. He doesn't normally hit you, but he's had a few, and he's going to. So the fear factor of being physically attacked when you're trying to get the keys, force the keys out of this guy's hand. Now, there's how many of us unable to sleep? Oh, sorry, it's the other one. Go back a bit. If there's 4 of us, and it's him, maybe we can gang up, hold him down, and force the key, wrench the keys out of his hand. Look what we're having to do. Because a guy broke the procedure, we're having to physically hold this guy down and rip the keys out of his hand. We might cut his hand at the same time. So the fear factor of physically being assaulted is one issue. What about the other guys kind of agreed with the driver, yeah? The other guy said, hey, we're fine. We're going to walk. We're going to drive home. Does that mean that you're the odd one out and these people are not going to speak to you ever again? Yeah. Maybe in the morning when they wake up, they'll be compos mentis again. But there's another fear, isn't it? If I don't go along with these guys, they're not going to talk to me again. They won't be my mates. They won't be my friends. Do you want mates like this? Okay. So that's just to show you the fear factor. We know the right thing to do. One of the behavioral traps is the fear factor. Now later on this afternoon, we'll go into more detail about this fear factor. That's just one of them. One of being physically attacked. I know that never will happen in the workplace. We fire people immediately for assault, agreed? But hey, 20 years ago, we used to get it. 3 guys in the same place with split lips, banging into doors. Okay? So assault is gone. But the one of being ostracized, if you don't do it, you know, we'll find someone else. Okay? If you don't do it, you can't be part of our team. We spoke about kids earlier on, 10-year-olds. This is one of the big peer pressure for kids here. That's what leads, many kids are driven by this. If you don't do this, you can't be part of our gang. You can't play with us unless you smoke the same thing we are smoking. Okay? So it's a big driver. So as adults, we've got over most of that, but it's still there deep down. Hell, if I don't do this, these guys won't talk to me. Now, on a work site, look how important this is. You need other people to help you do your job. If you upset them, and you shouldn't upset them, should you? They shouldn't be upset that you're trying to take the keys, but hey, we're human beings. So if you do anything to upset them, are you going to be able to do your job when you need these guys to help you? So that kind of stuff's all going on, yeah? So the whole thing of upsetting your mates, being ostracized and left out, and the fear factor of being assaulted. So I use that one. Now, when you go into the nightclub, when you walk through the door of the nightclub, nice and dark and flashing lights, I can't remember. It's been about 5 years since I've been in one. What's the first thing you do, being a good person in the construction industry, what's the first thing you do when you go into a nightclub? Head for the bar. Before you do that even, you look for the exits. Do you? All the young guys are laughing. Why are you laughing? When you go into a nightclub filled with 600 people, smoke, lights and dark, do you look for the exits? Should you? Should you look for the exit? Yep. In the last 5 years, 245 people have died in nightclub fires. I don't want to cheer you up on this lovely, wonderful day, but that's what we're about, isn't it? 245 people die in nightclub fires. Why is that? Sorry? That's right. But hey, even if they do, at least if there's one exit, there's another one, there's another one. The exits are locked. The exits are blocked. There's too many people to get out of the exit. Now let's take this one step further. You notice where the exits are. That's wonderful. Are you going to go and check if it's locked? Are you? No. Why not?
They say alarmed on them, some of them, don't they?
Because the alarm will go off and the bouncer will kick you out. Ooh, fear factor. So in our industry, we always check exits are clear, yeah? Put salt to get the moss away from the steps. There's a place I worked in, fire, and about 6 people going out the exit slipped because there was moss on the steps of the fire. So they weren't injured in the fire, they were injured falling down the escape route on their hips. Yeah. Okay, straightforward, yeah? We know the right thing. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm giving you a scenario. We know the right thing, but what's stopping us as human beings? What stops us doing the right thing?